Hey again, it's Leah Jabor from your Kids Run Club at Home program. You're with me for week number 5 of our 8-week program. If you haven't registered already, make sure you do so at kidsrunclub.ca. So our theme this week is beach run. So one of your 3 runs should be at a beach that's close by you. I chose Lawrencetown Beach because there's the Salt Marsh Trail on one end, the Atlantic View Trail on the other, so I can do my run on the trail and finish up on the beach, or I can actually run the whole thing on the beach if I want. 2 other beaches in the province that I highly recommend you visit. One is Hurdles Beach, which is down outside of Lunenburg in the South Shore. The other is the amazing Taylor Head, which is a bit of a drive. It's way down the eastern shore, but I guarantee you the trails are amazing. The beaches are awesome. I'm going to show you some pictures of what those beaches look like and then talk about why those are so special to me. So for Hurdles Beach, you have a beautiful white sand beach that you can do your run on, and you can hit Gaff Point Trail, which is a 4-mile trail at the very end of that beach, and then continue your run if you want. It's a beautiful trail that goes along the ocean, and then you have to come back to the beach in order to get to your car, so that's really beautiful. And the other one is pretty special to me. It is Taylor Head. Like I said, well worth the drive. All of the trail that's there, which is miles and miles of trail, is all along the ocean, great views, and amazing white sand beaches that you come to that you can take your shoes off and do a little run on. The number one benefit of beach running is the beauty of running by the ocean in the sand. Other benefits is it makes your legs stronger, it improves your balance. Things to keep in mind though is that you don't want to run a full distance on the beach barefoot. Our feet aren't used to that and they might be quite sore at the end of it. And you might cut yourself on shells that might be in the sand, so you got to watch out for that. So if you're going to do some beach running, do a majority of it in the wet sand with your sneakers on, and at the end take your sneakers off and do a cool down run in your bare feet just to make sure that you're working your way up to barefoot running. So our distances this week are for the 2-kilometer distance runners, you're running 1.5 kilometers. For 4-kilometer distance runners, you're running 2.5 kilometers. And for 5-kilometer distance runners, you are running 3.5 kilometers. And again, we recommend 3 times a week that you're running these distances. And one of them would be fun if it was at the beach. Make sure you're sending us your pictures of where you're running, hashtagging KRC at home. You can put them up on our Facebook and Twitter, or you can send them to me personally at info@kidsrunclub.ca, just to make sure you are being put into those hoodie draws every single week. That's it for me, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this week's theme. I look forward to seeing where you're running. Up next is going to be a replay of last year's Tip Wednesday video, which talks about sugary beverages. Enjoy, and we'll see you next week. Hey guys, it's Leah Jabor from your Kids Run Club at Home program. You're with me for another Tip Wednesday. This time we're talking about sugary beverages. Everybody knows the answer these days on what is the best thing to hydrate your body with. Obviously it's water. Before, during, and after any sort of vigorous activity, water is definitely the best thing to drink. How much water should you drink in a run of a day? They used to have exact amounts, but it really does depend on age and activity level. So the best way to tell is look at the color of your urine. Pale yellow is a great indication that you're probably doing okay on your hydration level. If it's clear, you're probably overhydrated, and if it's like super dark yellow, I think you need to stop and drink some water. So if you find it hard to get your kids to drink enough water, some hints that you might want to go with are maybe buying a cool water bottle that you can put water in when you're on the move. It's kind of fun to drink water out of a different kind of bottle, so a fun little water bottle. The other thing you can do is have your favorite water bottle and put some natural fruit into it and add a little bit of flavor to the water, and the kids might find it a little exciting. The other thing you can do is actually take some fruit and freeze it in ice cubes, and you can actually put that into the glasses of water, and it makes it a little bit more fun for the kids to drink water. So let's talk about some of the information that's out there. One study I read said that about 17% of the calories that our kids are consuming are from added sugars, and half of those calories are actually consumed through sugary beverages. So sugar doesn't add any nutrients to our body, so it's considered empty calories. The recommended limit of added sugar to kids' diets is 6 tablespoons of sugar. So I'm going to go over a couple different examples of sugary beverages that I have here, show you how much sugar is in each one of them, and you'll be surprised. Okay, first up, let's talk about sports drinks. So I have Powerade here. There's a purpose for sports drinks. If you're exercising for over an hour, doing vigorous activity, drinking a sports drink is good because it will replenish your electrolytes that you might be losing through all the activity and sweat. So the amount of sugar that would be in a 20 fluid ounce amount of a sports drink is about 9 teaspoons of sugar. So that's what that looks like right there. Then you move on to things like chocolate milk and pop. You're looking at, in a 16 fluid ounce amount of those two beverages, you're looking at about 12 to 14 teaspoons of sugar right there. And a lot of us don't realize that things like natural juices, I have pineapple juice here, they can have, in a 16 fluid ounce amount, they can have up to 17 teaspoons of sugar right there. So that is a lot of added sugar that we are drinking in our beverages. So there was one stat that I read up on, that if you were to drink one pop or juice drink every day for a year, that is 55 pounds of extra sugar you're just drinking by having one pop or one juice drink once a day for a year. That is crazy. So what are some of the negative effects of having too much sugar in your diet? Obviously, it's an unhealthy weight. It's an increase in fatigue, lack of focus for sure. It's the onset of type 2 diabetes. It can also be more visits to the dentist to get your cavities filled. So who wants that? So those are just a couple of the negative effects, obviously, of having too much sugar in your diet. So my final thought here on our Tip Wednesday is we get enough sugar in our diets through the foods that we consume. We get more than enough sugar through the foods that we consume. So if you can actually limit the amount of sugary beverages you ingest and have your water instead of your pops and natural juices and your chocolate milks every single day, replacing that with water will definitely make you feel better mentally and physically. So have a great day, guys. Thanks for watching.